where do you see the youth strategy, and how do you ensure no one is left behind?
Yes, so first of all, welcome to my office. Thank you very much for coming. The youth strategy really is a visionary document that helps or that hopes to guide, to reorient and reset the UN system to work better with and for young people.
And how are you getting more countries to get involved in undertaking the strategy?
Well, the first and the most important thing for me really is that to make sure that the strategy doesn't become a global document that sits in New York. We want this to be implemented in countries by our UN country teams, by our political missions, in partnership with the ministries of youth, ministries of gender, ministries of planning, ministries of finance, and basically the governments of the member states that we operate in.
So our next question is, the new 2030 agenda acknowledges the challenges and life-threatening risks affecting young women and girls. How will the strategy ensure that unique needs and priorities are given to all of them?
Definitely. I mean, it's been a key priority, and also at the outset, the strategy identifies that young women and girls needs that focus, because as we earlier discussed, we know in communities girls and young women are disproportionately affected by poverty, by access to education, by climate change, by conflict. So the prime focus will be on the protection of the rights of girls and young women, but also really the empowerment of girls and young women, and creating spaces for more young women to come into leadership positions, for more young women to be able to speak out without the fear of prosecution. And I really look forward in this sense to work together with partners like WAGGGS, who are already empowering young women on the ground with amazing youth leaders like you, to really translate what Youth 2030 could mean to a young woman in Malaysia, to a young woman in Ghana, to a young woman from Sri Lanka, and understanding that girls, the challenges faced by girls can sometimes be different, and then we need specific interventions to address those concerns.
So what is your message or words of encouragement to all 10 million girls in support of the strategy and the SDGs?
Well, the first thing is that you are already doing such amazing work. Last International Women's Day, I was doing a Facebook Live with the Secretary General, and there was a question on Facebook by a 10-year-old girl, how can I be a champion for girls' rights? And one of the things I said was, go and join the Girl Guides. So I want to first recognize the good work that you are doing through the campaigns against gender-based violence, on empowerment, on safe spaces, and to really the first message is to keep doing what you're doing, keep amplifying the voices that you're bringing to the table. And the second ask for me really is, also please hold us accountable, hold the governments accountable, hold the member states accountable. After 1 year, if nothing has happened on the youth strategy, do a similar video and just call me out, just without really speaking out and putting people on the spot. I think it's going to be difficult for us to translate this into action. So my call to action to all your 10 million delegates is really be those agents of change, but also don't think twice, or don't be afraid to hold those in power accountable.